What's up, what's going on, legends? It's your boy Errl Shatter here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the FAL buff that came with our mid-season or Season 4 Reloaded update. This is update 1.23, and then this change that in particularly affects the FAL absolutely makes this thing broken. It's a competitor at close range engagements now, and we're going to dive into how that affects multiplayer, which is where I think it's the most effective, and also Warzone as well. And I will also include a best loadout or class setup for the FAL. But before we go any further, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time, make sure you guys show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Let's go ahead and throw a goal of 20 likes on today's video. Also, if you guys are interested in finding a way back to the channel for more Modern Warfare or Warzone videos, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button alongside that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Alright, so with update 1.23, or that mid-season update, the FAL got the buff, like I said, which added a close range damage shelf with one hit headshot potential. You hear that right, a one-hit headshot potential. Now, you guys will not believe how far this actually goes. Now, if we're jumping into multiplayer and we have no attachments on the FAL, at 19 meters, you have a one-shot headshot potential, as it does 105 damage to the head up to 19 meters. And also, you have a two-shot to the upper body potential, doing 78 damage per shot as well. Honestly, even if you shoot them on any other part of the body, you have a 68 damage per bullet, which is going to take them out in two shots also. This is with no attachments at all. The FAL at 19 meters has not only a one-shot headshot potential, as two shots to the upper body and pretty much everywhere else on the body as well. Now, if you add the longest barrel alongside the monolithic suppressor, you will be able to extend that range from 19 meters to 27, making that one-shot headshot potential just absolutely insane. Basically, anywhere if you're running around on shipment, you're going to be able to one-shot headshot them. Unless you're really trying to get over 27 meters away from people, it's going to be pretty hard to get outside of that 27-meter range playing on something as small as shipment. This is absolutely insane. So the FAL is now a very huge competitor to even the SMGs in close range. All it takes is one bullet. Even though it's semi-automatic, this thing can fire pretty fast as long as you have the trigger finger to back it. Most people, or the average player I should say, won't be able to hit that fire rate cap, which is 510 shots per minute. Now, this thing is absolute beast. If you can fire this thing at a continuous rate and it takes one shot to kill in that 27-meter range, you're just going to absolutely destroy the opponents as long as you can hit those shots. Now that we've discussed multiplayer, let's switch over to Warzone, which is where this thing is still an absolute insane weapon to use. Now, with no attachments on the FAL in Warzone, on a fully plated enemy at 19 meters, two shots to the head will do 210 damage. So honestly, if they're short of plate, you're going to be able to take them down pretty quickly with two headshots. But overall, two headshots and a body shot will definitely down your opponent, regardless of how many shields they actually have. So three shots to the upper body is going to do a total of 234 damage at 19 meters. This is with no attachments again. Four upper body chest shots minimum to equal a kill. Four shots is not all that bad either. It just depends on your trigger finger. And then, of course, three shots to other body parts for the total of 204 damage. Four shots anywhere to down them or get the kill as well. So basically, four shots under 19 meters with no attachments on anywhere around the body. Three shots if you hit them all in the head, or two shots and a body shot, obviously. And that will down them. That's pretty strong for no attachments on the FAL. And then when you add that longest barrel and that monolithic suppressor, you can extend that range again to 27 meters with the two shots to the head, one shot to the body. And to consider how often people don't have full plates, this is going to be an absolute machine at taking those people out. And even if somebody goes down, basically 1-2, if you hit them in the head, you're going to take them down really quick. So across the board, the FAL is a powerhouse of a weapon. The only place I think this weapon really struggles is in long distance engagements. Not to say that it isn't useful, because if you're able to hit those shots and, you know, fire at a rate that you're able to be accurate, you can definitely take people out at range as well. However, this thing really got the buff in those close range engagements. That's the only place it's really changed. So it's going to be super dominant up close, awesome at medium range, and, you know, kind of mediocre at long range. I would say this weapon is one of my favorite to use, and I expect it to be the new meta as time goes on through the rest of the season. I think it's going to take a little while for people to see its true potential, but it won't be long before you're going to be seeing this in pretty much every single one of your multiplayer lobbies, and likely pretty often in Warzone as well. Now that we've covered all the changes and how this kind of affects the FAL in both multiplayer and Warzone, let's go ahead and dive into this best loadout that I want to share with you guys so you guys know exactly what to go out there and run to make this thing a dominant powerhouse. So our best loadout consists of, for the muzzle, we're running that monolithic suppressor. For my optic, I'm running that GI Mini Reflex. For the rear grip, I'm running that stippled or stippled grip tape. For our underbarrel, we're running that Ranger foregrip. For that barrel, we obviously want to make sure we're running the longest barrel possible in order to increase that damage range, get that 27-meter potential. So we're running that XRK Marksman. Now, the one thing you can kind of alter, I think, for this setup is if you're really comfortable running those iron sights, you can, instead of running the GI Mini Reflex, switch over and change that attachment to the ammunition and maybe run that 30-round mag. Kind of really up to you. Personally, I kind of like this setup the way it is, and I expect that you guys will have a good amount of success running it. You guys are just going to have to go out there, throw this setup on, and try it for yourselves. The new and improved FAL is absolutely incredible. I expect this to be the meta before we know it, and honestly, I'm going to continue to use this weapon for the foreseeable future, as long as they don't decide to, take back some of this buff. So now that we've covered everything that's changed with the FAL, how the damage looks in both multiplayer and Warzone, I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of this gameplay, and I hope y'all enjoy.
Okay, going here.
Victory rests on your shoulders. Finish the mission.
It's the same guy. What? This is driving me nuts.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. You lost the enemy trackers. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Says probably like, holy shit.
One dead here. Lucky I found you. Come.
Freaking go.
Setting a charge. Same side, damn you!
Check fire! Friendly!
One dead here.
Oh my god, dude, we are just absolutely destroying people. Oop. A sniping.
Not yet for you. Come on.
Dude, I don't know how much more I can keep this guy up.
Victory rests on your shoulders. Finish the mission. Enemy UAV overhead. You're losing ground.
There's no way. No way. I just robbed that.
Gas is closing in. Only 5 left. Marking new safe zone.
Oh my god. Holy smokes. Yo, teammate, GG, brother.